late September, when summer has, for all intents and purposes, given its last gasp. Maybe a hot day here, as we had this summer, or this September, sometimes goes right into that coolness, of evening. And this poem is called Nightfall, not Nightlife, but Nightfall. And I sort of imagined, as I looked, and then later as I reflected on the experience of sort of watching inanimate trees, and sort of imagined them like school children or schoolboys, and the sort of parallels that I imagined led me on with this poem. Milling about as if they were boys in a schoolyard late on Friday afternoon, these oaks, maples, and a straggling pine listen for the whistle releasing them to the gate, and dusk's magic escape. This tract of trees, naked of leaves, their limbs stretched for nightfall's bluing canopy. Like the boys racing to be first to the gate, one tree curves round another in its way, nearly upending his neighbor, while another arcs like an archer's bow, bypassing his stronger brother. Yet another arrows his way straight, or nearly straight. All clamor to reach heaven's gate as night descends, and a lone wren flutters to the grassy meadow nearby. I toyed with sort of going beyond the theme of summer shorts, and all puns intended with that. My wife suggested that I should wear shorts. I said, well, I think it's a little more serious than that, but I'm not above a good pun along the way, and so, the idea of a brief collection and all those things. But this final poem, so I decided not to go into some other poems that I had contemplated, but really were of other seasons, other times, other experiences, other things that I might explore. So as a concluding poem, this poem really comes from November, sort of in that season. And yet it both looks back and looks forward, much as I've proposed that these poems have a way, even when summer's lease is short, we're in that sort of middle ground, well aware of something coming not that far away. This one is called Bedding the Garden, which, as sort of a farmer at heart, but also one who works with words and who tills them and sometimes plays with them, but a lot of times really does think about it as an activity of getting the right word in the right row and what have you. And even the idea of growing words. Now, I'm reminded of scripture that says that we plant and water, but we don't make the seed grow. Well, in some respects, I suppose that's true even of words. Sometimes finding what's in the words, not necessarily making the words, but allowing them to have life. And so this poem, Bedding the Garden, is that last activity of the gardener's year, the farmer's season, but it also points to a future season. Drooping sunflowers curtsy, a death swoon over skeletal tomato vines tethered to crosses hanging over summer's last crimson petunias, which sag, their spider legs reaching. Each plant now springs fallen fruit. Weeks past harvest, these gangly vines and tuberous roots resist my spade. I stomp, slicing through sinuous veins, and bat away the clods now clinging, while earthworms wriggle forlorn, my blade dissecting row from row and root from stalk. It's been a good season, though the green beans grew woody, and the deer nibbled the beet tops. The peas were delicious, lettuce abundant, and the eggplant plump. And as I stepped from the plot in the gray dusk of late November, I envisioned next year's beans sprouting and stalwart sunflowers peering back at me. Thank you.